Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be sharing with you a video on how to cut this stylish blazer dress with a side gathers. So if this is something you like, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. Let's dive right into today's video. So first, I've gone ahead to mark out my basic measurements, which includes my shoulder to bust. So for this pattern, you don't need an under bust. I went ahead to mark my waistline and 7 inches to get my hip point and the full length of my dress. So the next step I'm going to mark is my shoulder divided by 2, and I'll add half to it. And from that point, I'll come down by 1 inch. The reason why we added half inch to the shoulder measurement is because we are going to attach a sleeve to this dress. I went ahead to draw my shoulder slope, and at my shoulder slope, I'll be marking out my basic neckline. So for the basic neckline of the back pattern, I'll be using 3 by 1 inch. So we are marking out our back pattern first before we go ahead to mark the front pattern, because we need the measurement at the neckline of the back to draft the front collar. So after I'm done marking this, I'll head over to marking my chest line or my armhole line. And to get that point is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Mine is 7 inches, and I'll go ahead to draw a straight line at that point. After I'm done drawing, I'm going to go ahead to mark what I have on the shoulder divided by 2. Now, I'll just go ahead and connect and draw a straight line from my shoulder. And after that, I'll divide what I have into 2, and I'll mark the midpoint, come in by ½ inch. And at the chest line, I'll go ahead to mark my bust circumference divided by 4. After that, I'll go ahead to place my curved rule, and I'll connect and draw my armhole. After I'm done drawing this out, I'll just go ahead to mark my dart intake. And to mark your dart intake, be marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2, and that will be 7 inches divided by 2. I have 3.5. I'll go ahead and mark this all the way to the lower part of my dress, because it will be serving as a guide to mark out or draw my dress. So I'll also go ahead to extend that measurement all the way to the lower part of my dress. And after that, I'll be marking a dart intake of ½ inch at both sides of my pattern, come down by 1 inch from my bust point, and I'll extend my dart all the way to the upper part. And the lower part of this dress, I'll be measuring 4 inches away from the waistline, and I'll just go ahead and connect this. After I'm done connecting, the next step is just to go ahead to insert my body measurement. But before inserting that, I'll just go ahead and use my marker to mark out the dart lines before we can go ahead to insert my body measurements. So I'll go ahead and mark my bust circumference divided by 4 at the bust line, and I'll add 1 inch for sewing allowance, so you don't need your under bust measurement. And I'll go ahead to mark my waist circumference divided by 4, measure the dart intake, replace it, and add my sewing allowance. After I'm done marking that, I'll move over to the hip point, and I'm going to mark my hip circumference divided by 4. And after that, I'll add my sewing allowance. Going over to the lower part, whatever I have at my hip, that is what I will be taking to the end of my pattern, because we are going to be using a spread and slash method on this. You're going to cut that side of your pattern and you place it on another fabric. So I'll just go ahead and connect all my patterns, starting from the bust to the under bust, and from the hip point I'm going to extend it all the way to the lower part of my dress. So the next step I'll take is to mark about 0.3 inches from this part, or 0.5. This is to make sure that the back part of my blazer sits very well. And I'll go ahead and extend this all the way up and take it down. So this is what I have on this part, and I will outline it. This is more like taking out the bulginess at the back of your dress. You can go ahead to replace it at the side, or you can just leave it. So coming down from the waistline a little, I'm just going to draw this out and take it a little after my dart lines, and from the center part of the dress I'll just measure about 2.5 inches, and I'll go ahead to connect this all the way down to the lower part of my dress this way. So from here, I'll just go ahead and measure what I have, and from that point, I'm going to be dividing it into 4 parts. I'll be marking 2 inches all the way down. So this 2 inches is not a standard. You can just go ahead to use whatever you want, and I'll go ahead to label it as 1, 2 and 3. And after that, I'll go ahead to cut out this pattern. And after cutting, I'll just go ahead to also take out that part at the back of the dress. And so this is what I have. To create a little princess dart effect, I'll divide my armhole into 2, and I'll just go ahead to connect it all the way down. And after that, I'll just go ahead to also cut out the back pattern. And while cutting out my back pattern, I'm going to slash that back side that I labeled, and make sure you blend in your dart when you're cutting this out. So if you find this tutorial very interesting and educative, and at this point you haven't yet subscribed, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. So next, we'll go ahead to cut out the front pattern. And for the front pattern, this is what I have. So I left about 4 inches on top. So this is my back neckline. You're going to measure it. So after measuring the neckline, what I have is 3.5. So if you notice, in front of my pattern, before marking out my basic measurement, I measured about 8 inches, which I'll be using for the lapel area and for the blazer at the front part of the dress. So at the front, I went ahead to just mark out my basic measurement just like we did for the back pattern. So for here, I'll be using 3 by 3 inches for the front neckline, and I'll place my curve drill and connect. So I'll just go ahead and use my marker to outline my pattern. So now I'm going to go ahead to mark my dart for this part. And to mark my dart, I'll be marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2. And note, all my measurement is starting immediately after that line. The line in front that we have about 8 inches that we're going to be using for the front part of the blazer. So I'll just go ahead and place my ruler, and I'm going to draw and connect a straight line. At the waistline, I'll be marking 1/2 inch on both sides, come down by 1 inch from the bust, and I will be connecting this all the way to the upper part of my pattern. And I'll also repeat this at the other side. Now here I'll measure about 4 inches, and I'll go ahead to connect, and also connect at the other side of my pattern. After I'm done doing this, I'll use my marker to outline. And after that, I will go ahead to insert my measurement. I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4, add 1 inch for sewing allowance. This is a blazer and it doesn't require much sewing allowance. So at the waist, I'll mark my waist circumference divided by 4, measure the dart intake and replace. At the hip, I'll mark my hip circumference divided by 4 and add 1 inch. So going down to the lower part, I'll just go ahead and mark what I have at the hip. So I'll just go ahead to place my ruler, and I'm going to connect my pattern. So after that, we'll move over to the front part of this pattern. So in front, I have about 8 inches. So from that line, I'll be marking 5 inches in front of my blazer, because I want this to sit very well at the front part. And that 5 inches will stop at the waistline. That will be my break point for this part. So after that, remember we measured the neckline for the back and we have 3.5 inches. So from the shoulder line, I will go up by 3.5. This is to replace the collar at the back. So, and while drawing that line, I will make it a little slanty, and from there I'll measure about 0.25 and I will reconnect. This is to make sure that my collar sits well at the back of my dress. And from that new 0.25 inches, I'll be measuring about 3 inches for the collar at the top. So this is not like a standard, but I'm using these 3 inches for the upper part of my collar. So from that point here at the neckline, I'll extend it all the way down to my break point at the waistline of my pattern, and I'll extend it all the way up that way, and I will reconnect it to the lower part of my pattern this way. So from here, I will measure that 3 inches I have on the neckline, and I'll be taking it down. So at this point, I'll just curve it a little, just like what we have on the thumbnail, and from there I'll be extending it all the way to the lower part. So while coming down at the lower part, at the waistline, I'll come up by 1 inch, and from this point I'll measure 3 inches and I'll connect. So this 3 inches is not a standard. It depends on how big you want the collar or the lapel area to be. So I'm just using these 3 inches, and at the lower part I curved it a bit because it's not so straight at that point. So I'll just curve this and I'll connect it all the way up. So this is what I have after I'm done cutting out. So if you want your lapel area to be very big, you can increase your measurement at the lower part to 4 or 5 inches. So I'll just go ahead and connect, and this is what I have. So here I'll divide my armhole into 2 marks, and I'll just go ahead and make a point at that place and then connect it down to the lower part of my pattern. After I'm done connecting it this way, I'm just going to go ahead to mark 1/2 inch on both sides. This is just like you're marking a princess dart. Now I'll reconnect it back to my pattern and also reconnect the other half to my pattern. So taking out 1/2 inch on both sides, I'll replace it and I'll go out by 1 inch and reconnect it back to the armhole. Now I'll just use my marker and I will reconnect and redraw this other part so that it will be visible for you to see. So this is what I have after I'm done cutting out, and I'll also go ahead to outline this part of my pattern this way. After I'm done marking out, I'll just go ahead to make a dot to indicate that we have a button at that part. So from the side, just like we marked on the front pattern, I'll connect from the waistline and I'll measure that same 2.5 inches and I'll be connecting it. That 2.5 inches is what we are going to be having in front of the pattern. So I'll go ahead and mark that 2.5 inches all the way down. After marking that, I'm just going to divide what I have here into 2. So I'll just use that same 2 inches just like I did for the back pattern, and I'll just go ahead to cut this out. So you can use 2 inches, 3 inches, any measurement of your choice. So I'll just go ahead and label it because we are going to cut it out also. So after I'm done cutting, this is what I have, and I'll just go ahead to trace it out. So if you have any question regarding this particular pattern illustration, please don't forget to also leave your question. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel at this point, please hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and also join us in our other tutorials. So for a guide on how to sew the gathered or pleated part of this dress, you can check this on my other channel, Maki's Closet. I have a tutorial that I have a pleated side. So to serve as a guide, this part also that you cut out this way, you're going to place it and give space in between to get enough fabric to create a pleat on it, or you can just go ahead and check my other YouTube channel. So after I'm done tracing out, this is what I have, and I'll go ahead to cut this out. So with this, we have come to the end of today's tutorial, and see you in our next video. Thanks.